and today we're going to be looking at a short clip on a podcast called Sean Atwood with a guy called Danny G, and we're going to be. This is a great clip to show adapters or pacifiers, and it also has a few illustrators in there as well. And the clip sort of goes from a good story in prison, so this is a prison sort of podcast, to a more sinister story, and you'll see a great adapter where he sort of messes around with his ring on his middle finger in his right hand, and it really emphasizes this. If you ever see this sort of behavior, you know what to look for in everyday conversation. But this is a great way to sort of look at an adapter and a few illustrators as well. So let's get into it. At the very start, Sean is asking him a question: have you got any funny stories from prison? And as we go through, I'll just sort of pick up on the things that I'm seeing.
Moments in the jail?
Ah, mate, the last day was quite funny. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously they've opened up my pad.
Yeah.
They've opened up my pad, bro, and like I've walked down to they said I could go and see 4 of my mates, 4 of the people who I knew while I was in.
That's a great illustrator there. That's quite technical to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of my mates.
Yeah. So I've knocked on the pads. They didn't expect it, to be honest. I've gone, lads. They said they'll let you out, over to my pad, come and fucking empty my pad out.
Another illustrator come and empty my pad out.
You know what I mean? So they've come over and emptied my pad out. Yeah, right. And the reason I let them 4 lads do it is because the night before on Soch, they knew I was getting released. So there was big gym orderlies. Yeah.
So he touched his nose and those big gym orderlies. I don't know. We're going to find out.
So they come and fucking got me, bro. Put me in the big ass fucking industrial tumble dryer. Turned the shit on, bro. Me in there.
I mean, I don't know what kind of mates these are. Put you in a big tumble dryer and turn it on. I know I wouldn't like it, but he's finding it funny.
I swear to God, turn the shit on with me in there, bro. Yeah, literally put me in the tumble dryer and turned it on.
How's that feel?
You can see his legs are bouncing around as well as he's talking. So I'm not really sure this is a great story, but for him, but it sounds funny. I guess he has to say it.
Fucking dizzy, bro. You know what I mean? Dizzy, bro.
And just before he cuts off there, when he talks about dizzy, he goes for his ring. So this is sort of telling me that's a pacifier. He didn't like that being in there, being dizzy. Well, who would?
Oh, that was it was funny as fuck. I did not expect.
And you're going to see this again in a minute. So it said to me, if this is the way that he's messing around with his ring, that he didn't like this at all, really.
Sat there minding my own business, bro, and next time I'm just getting manhandled into a fucking like washing machine thing. Do you know what I mean? It was fucking funny.
Did that make you want to throw up?
Yeah, they only turned it on for a little bit, man, but it was funny.
Yeah.
It was fucking funny. There was creasing when I got out of that.
Yeah.
I took it in good spirits, man.
What was your post-release plan?
I think he had to take it in good spirits because there was hench, remember? Don't know, just saying.
Huh?
Well, my post-release plan.
Yeah, so now he's talking about his post-release plan. So what's he going to do after prison? Straight away on the ring. We saw this just before. So he's adapting or pacifying, and what that does is like a self-soothing gesture to almost calm yourself down. But look how long he does this for on the ring now as he's telling his tale.
Was to go back to my mum's in Doncaster. Yeah, right, because she felt bad, bro. Do you know what I mean? Right, that she just left me there to rot. She felt fucking bad, bro. Do you know what I mean? Right, so I went back to Doncaster, and that.
I mean, this is a really stressful story for him. He's pulling it up and down slow as well. When we look at body language, we also have to look at listen to the words that they're saying, as well as look for the non-verbals. So this is sort of, he's not animated. He's almost gone down in his sort of demeanour.
Lasted for about 2 days, bro, before it went really tits up and had to leave.
So the guy was gone.
So yeah, when he said I had to leave, tits up, and he pulls it out off his finger. So.
Was he?
No.
He had a problem with he was still there.
No, Sean, don't bruv, listen. Yeah. I've come back.
So that's the longest that I've seen him actually mess with his ring so far. So he's going to get more animated and tell the tale. But that's what I wanted to point out. That's a perfect example of an adapter, where somebody slows down from sort of like a positive experience. I mean, putting it in a tumble dryer is definitely not a positive experience, but maybe he thought he was, whatever. But almost, and then going into a bad situation. So it's just a great example of how somebody will use adapters, this time on the ring, on the finger, to almost self-soothe themselves down. And he goes into his story about his release, and just to for completion. We'll just keep going.
Yeah, out of jail, come out of jail, gone to Doncaster, see my mum. Mum's got like a deep scratch on her neck.
I mean, look at his face right there. It's somber.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, she's just said to me she'd hurt herself, so I just
Even Sean knows where it's going, where he's pulled back and gone, oh dear, because he knows what's happening.
took it as gospel, yeah. My brother Simon, right, has phoned me. I've only been there a day, bro. He's phoned me and he's gone, have you heard what's happened? I've gone, what are you on about, bro? He's gone, have you heard what Joey's...
So this is the sort of thing that I want to show people in everyday conversations that they can pick up for themselves as they're talking to people and having conversations. And this was a great example of an adapter. So thank you for looking. Check out my website, bodylanguagematters.com, and we'll see you again some other time. Thanks. Goodbye.